I've been using Windows for maybe 10 years or so, and then I switched to Linux. So I have roughly around 10 years or more experience with Windows and around 8 years experience with Linux. And in this video I want to do a proper test comparison between the two. Okay, and I will show you how. So first we select Windows 10. Let's download Windows 10 because I think you can download it without needing license if it's like a trial mode. Let's see. Let's select something. Okay. 64-bit and save. This 5.1 gigabytes in size. Okay, we will compare it with TROMjaro. It's a custom Linux distribution that we made for our Trom project. It's based on Manjaro Arch. You have several options to download it from. It's the ISO. It's the image file is around 2 gigabytes. So 2-3 times smaller in size than Windows. We will wait for Windows to download, and then we are going to first install both of them, see how the process of installation goes, how much does it take, and so forth, and what can a default Windows installation do versus TROMjaro, a Linux distribution. I created a virtual box and I gave 4 gigabytes of RAM to both machines. So now let's install Windows. This is the installation process. Let's just select the language. Okay, let's say language is selected and install now. We will go to the process of installation, and I don't want to set up anything particularly on any operating system. I just want to test the default setup. So they are asking for a product key here. Let's say I don't have a product key because I don't. It's worth to say that Windows it costs money while Linux is free. They provide us with many options here, but I think the best is to choose the home edition because I want to install it on my home computer. Next. This is their terms and conditions that no one reads. Probably they say a lot of important stuff for themselves, for their company, like they own the right to whatever you're doing with this operating system. So you're not able to do much anyways. You cannot modify it and so forth. But I don't care about that. I want to see how everything works. Okay. Which type of installation? Upgrade. But there is no Windows installed, so install Windows and keep file settings. So these are my options, but there is no Windows installed, so let's say custom, which is advanced. Select the hard drive. I dedicated 40 gigs of disk space. Okay, probably that's it, right? Next. It's installing. The installation process is quite straightforward. Nowadays for pretty much any operating system that's the case. So I'll pause the video and then I'll come back when it's close to being done, being installed. Okay, so it took just about 5 minutes apparently to install, which is extremely fast. Let's see. Now we should be able to boot into Windows 10. Still loading. I'm waiting. Usually with Windows, I realize that after the installation is so-called done, you still have to, after you reboot the computer after the first installation, you have to wait more, because probably it still installs stuff or setting up stuff. While in Linux, as you will see, it's once it's done installing, You just boot into the system. But let's see. Okay, maybe I will have to pause the video so it doesn't take so long for you to wait. And I'll come back whenever Windows boots. Okay, we're back. Around 12 minutes in total it took, I would say, for the entire installation.
Okay, don't let me hold you up. Just pick the one you want from the list.
Okay, so apparently they activated this Cortana voice. Let's see, let's use it. United Kingdom. Okay. United States. No, okay. Start with the region. Okay, select the region. Let's say United Kingdom. Well, maybe this one should also be considered as part of the installation. Selecting the language and so forth, so I'll calculate that.
Your keyboard is set to United Kingdom. Would you like to stick with that?
Okay, choosing a keyboard layout. Let's say whatever. United Kingdom.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
No. No. Okay, for some people this might be useful. I don't know. For me,
Now we have some important setting up to do.
Okay, more setting up to do. What if your mic doesn't work? Probably just you can use the keyboard anyways, but some people may just try to talk to Cortana without having any.
Now let's see what's new from Windows.
Okay, what's new from Windows? We are already 15 minutes or so in with the installation process.
Type your email address or phone number, then follow the instructions to sign in. I'll catch up with you once that's done.
Okay, why do I have to create an account with Skype? I know Skype is owned by Microsoft. Email, phone. What if I just don't want to? Valid phone number or Skype name. Well, I don't have any Skype. Lot more. Just sign in and go. Well, can I go without an account? What if I just put here some dummy things? I don't have a Microsoft account. Because my keyboard layout is nice. As I selected a weird keyboard layout. I don't know. Oh, well, this sucks.
Type your email address or phone number, then follow the instructions to sign in.
Okay,
I'll
so
catch up with you once that's done.
Basically, you cannot use Windows without a Microsoft account. Okay, this is a lot for me to ask. Okay. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, let's just create an account, but it's just...
Let's get an account set up for you. You can use your own email address, or we can help you create a new one.
I don't want... It's already taken. Okay. I don't want Microsoft. I don't want Microsoft. Why are you forcing me? Isn't available. Well, what is available? The ROM site. It's available. Let's put one. Okay. 8 characters. Alice. Okay. Lowercase. Oh my god. If I remember this password, let's see. Date of birth. Date of birth. Oh man. Is this part of installing Windows? I suppose it is. Whatever. Birth of date. Okay, next. I selected. No? I thought that I selected it. So you select. And then you have to confirm it. Okay, next. A phone number? Are you joking? I'm not going to. I just want to test Windows. I'm not going to put my phone number. Okay, at least I could put a dummy phone number. Maybe they want to confirm it with my phone number before.
Want to set up a PIN?
A PIN. What takes seconds to create and give it? What takes seconds to create and give you fast access to sign in? A Windows Hello PIN. Oh, okay, they made a rhyme, but they say, do you want to? I don't want to. Have any option? No, so I have to create a PIN. I already forgot my password, I think. Okay, it's a PIN. I have to say that the installation process so far, it's...
Windows can save your spot in apps, files and websites so you can keep doing what you were doing, even when you switch devices. Just choose yes to sync your activities.
Those are two different voices, you know. No. Don't sync my activities. Those were two voices, I think. Oh, what? No, I don't want to get instant access to your Android phone's photos, text notifications. So only Android, not iOS, for example. No, I don't want to. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't want to. I want this video to be about how this.
Want to automatically save files and photos to OneDrive for some added peace of mind?
No. I wanted to test Windows and Linux to see how they compare after you install them, but Windows installation is just, in my view, is ridiculous. It's beyond what I remembered a few
Your PC comes with a free 1-month trial of Microsoft 365 family. Should we get it ready for you to use?
No. No. Yeah. I don't
Hey,
try,
look, that's me, Cortana. Can I have permission to use the info I need to do my best work?
Okay, yes. Let's see what you have to. Yes. Let's see what Cortana brings, but I'm not going to opt in
Let's set things up the way you like them.
for
First,
any.
choose if you want to use your voice to talk with me and other apps on this device.
I don't know. Do more with your voice. Choose your settings and select upset. Use online speech. Use your voice for dictation and talk to Cortana and other apps that use Windows. Okay, let's do that. Let's use this feature.
Now, choose if you want to let Microsoft and other apps use your location to help you with directions, weather and more.
No. 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 I have to select it manually, huh? Okay, so one time is manual, one time is vocal.
And if you ever lose your device, here is where you get to choose if you want help finding it.
No. No.
Next, choose whether or not you want to help Microsoft diagnose and fix issues.
Okay, sure, fix issues for me.
And if you want to help improve language recognition and suggestions for apps and services that run on Windows, you can choose to do that here.
Okay. Let's do that here.
If you want tips, offers and suggestions that are tailored to you, just select accept.
Let Microsoft offer you a experience based on the text that you choose. Tailored experience means personalized tips, ads, and recommendations. Okay, you know what? Let's see. I want for them to help me, whatever. Show me ads.
Finally, for these settings, choose whether or not you want your ads to be more relevant to you.
More relevant means advertising. Apps can use advertising ID to provide more personalized advertising in accordance with. I don't want advertising. I don't want advertising. And now I remember why I switched to Linux. I didn't want to start this video biased at all. I wanted to be quite neutral. To show.
Almost done now. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
Okay, it's been 25 minutes so far. 25 minutes. I have to say it's an experience to install Windows. Okay, it's a bit gnarly to be forced to have a Skype account. I mean, that's just too much in my view. Just too much. It's a bit too much. Windows. It's a bit too much. Okay, I have to pause it because this video will be huge if I wait for the entire installation of Windows, okay? Okay, so we are back. It seems that the installation is done. It's been around, let's say, 20, maybe 26 minutes, 25 minutes in total. Since the moment I started to install it, till the moment I can use Windows. Okay, so the resolution, you can see it's not set up properly, maybe because it's a VirtualBox. So we will continue with our test. Okay, let's quickly adjust the display. Of course I knew how to do that, but new users may not know. It is simple though. Right click on a desktop settings. Let's change the video resolution. Display resolution. Let's put a full HD resolution because that's the proper one. Keep changes. And that's it, we have Windows installed. Next we will install Linux and then we can test everything. Okay. Okay, this is TROMjaro. That's what you first see on the boot screen. So from the get-go, you can select your keyboard and language, driver if you want to be free or non-free. So basically, let's just boot into TROMjaro. I will calculate how long it takes, of course, for TROMjaro to install. Again, this is a virtual machine, and I'm also running Windows now in the same VirtualBox. Again, TROMjaro is based on Manjaro. It's basically a customized Manjaro Linux. I dedicated again 4 GB of RAM memory, like for Windows, but less disk space because Linux in general doesn't require as much as Windows does. Maybe the fact that Windows runs in the same VirtualBox makes this one not run that smoothly. I also run TROMjaro on my desktop, so okay, finally. It took like 2 minutes or so. Sorry. To boot into TROMjaro. The main advantage when it comes to Linux distributions is that you can test them, fully test them. This is a fully functional TROMjaro. You can test them before you install them, and see if everything works and so forth. But anyways, let's go with the installation. Let's see, installing TROMjaro Linux. It asks us to, again, like with Windows, to choose the language, choose where we are from, where we are located. It's cool that you can choose on the map. Is more graphical than on Windows. Another cool thing is that whenever you select a keyboard layout, you can also see the keyboard layout. It's very cool and it has lots of keyboard layouts. Okay, next. And now it correctly identifies that we have no installation here. So they say, let's erase the disk. Instead of like Windows wrongly assume that maybe we have Windows installed, so maybe we want to upgrade. But anyway, so we select erase disk because that's the easiest option. We can also select to encrypt the disk, and you can put a password to encrypt the disk, but we don't want to do that now. I didn't see that in Windows, I don't remember. Okay, next. Create a user. This is a local user. That's what I appreciate about Linux. The fact that they don't force you to make an account with any company. No, it's yours. Okay, let's use the same password for the administrator. We can log in automatically, but I don't want to. Let's see, browse the default one. Okay, and this is the summary of what is going to happen. and install. Are you sure? Yes. And now we have to just wait. Okay, so we will wait now. We'll pause the video. I want to quickly mention that when you install TROMjaro, you will see a slideshow of the features in TROMjaro. If you click, you can go shuffle through them. Of course, the resolution is a weird one, like on Windows, because it's a VirtualBox. But it's a cool little thing to know what TROMjaro is and what it does. Okay, so it took around 14 to 15 minutes to install TROMjaro. Okay, let's click restart. And done. Okay, TROMjaro. Now it simply boots into TROMjaro. You don't have to do anything anymore. There are no other setups, or you chose the keyboard, the language, whatever you had to choose your account. Okay, so we logged in. Let's say that by the time we started the entire thing, we booted into the live ISO, or even before that, up until now, having a functional operating system, let's say it took 15 minutes. So almost half what it took to Windows. Okay, let's put the proper resolution here. Keep changes. Okay, so that's the part 1 of installing Windows versus installing Linux, or specifically TROMjaro. My thoughts are that it's a lot easier to install TROMjaro, and I don't think I'm biased, because like I showed you, it simply is like less steps. Windows restarted 2 or 3 times before I was able to boot into the system. They forced you to have an account with Microsoft. They force you to have another PIN on top of the password. They basically, you have to go through a lot of terms and conditions and ads or no ads, data tracking and so forth. So to me, it's the Linux wins this one, well, hands down, no questions asked.